Okay, welcome back. Once again, I'm Cappadocia. Welcome to my latest league game, ladder game. Yeah, it's been a while, so sorry about that. It's just most of the games I've had have been pretty shit. People have been disconnecting a lot, or it's just been quick one-base pushes or things like that. It's been really dull. This one wasn't too bad. It had a little bit more in it. But yeah, so this is why things haven't been going on, because basically they're not been very entertaining. But this one's sort of as well. I'm going back to work next week, so, you know, not going to be much going on. I haven't been able to put too much up while I've been, due to technical issues and all sorts. My computer catching fire didn't help. All sorts of little bits and pieces. I've finally got the final parts turning up to get my computer back to where it was, and I'm going back to work, so yeah, that's kind of fucking everything up. But anyway, so first of all I went for hatch first rather than pull. Hatch before pull this time. I had to slow it down a bit. I've got full gas. Don't know why I did that this time, but I did. Well, I wanted to basically go for just slightly more greedy build. Something told me that I should be okay with that. I don't know what happened there, but there we go. He's getting his wall up. Going first straight onto a reactor. Yeah, this game I've played a couple of hours ago, so I can't remember exactly what happened in this one. Let's have a look. Here we go. So what am I up to up here? Still waiting for that. I'm just droning. Got an overlord coming up. He's just SCVs, reactors, normal sort of shit you'd expect. Going straight into factory. So yeah, fairly standard. Standard as standard could be for the Terran here so far. And pretty standard for me as well. I'm going for my second gas. And then 2 queens, just as that pops out. He's going for an orbital. So far. So standard 2 reapers coming out. Got him tag coming backwards, not quite sure why. Surely you'd want him coming forwards because you're probably going to send him out to scout. But here comes my overlord scout, and then he is going to be completely forgotten about. Okay, never mind. Right, so what can I see here anyway? Me.
Queen's ready.
Me.
Find a hatchery to inject.
Thank you, Stomp. But yeah, I can see. Yeah, obviously what he's building. So yeah. Can't remember what I was thinking here, but there we go. So off we go. Here comes 2 drones, 2 reapers. I'm over here just quite happy. I've only got a couple of ringlings, but at the moment, got my micro hatch up. I've got 6 lings in total, which is not going to be anywhere near enough to deal with 2 reapers, unfortunately. Yeah, 2 reapers will chew through that quite quickly. Reapers are pretty good against them, especially slowlings that just literally can't keep up. There we go. Let's keep an eye on the reapers, see what they do. 1 kill for him, none for him. One thing that can defend well against them obviously is these. Cut the queens, but here's the hop up point. If I'd have been sensible, I'd have been around there defending that. But I have 2 queens here. I've got 4 in. There we go. That's more like it. Well, 2 recruit reapers, and they're gone. So all in all, yeah, not a lot. At the moment, our income we're about the same. So yeah, doing alright so far. I've got just more drones on the way, because I'm stepping up onto my second now. Starting to saturate my second, my natural, and I'm also getting my baneling nest. Spawning pool baneling nest. Quite happy about the back there. What's popping it up to at the minute? He's got 2 more supply depots over here. It's fully saturated. Got a tank up. No natural. Now this is strange because normally on this map with Terrans, you turtling along here is probably the best plan. I mean, what I've done, I'm only Silver League Terran, but what I've done is I've used this wall here with a few tanks at the back. You know, maybe a Liberator of just covering this area, because that way I'm turtling on 3 bases. Turrets, 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 turrets. You know, world supply turrets, and you're fine. That way you're turtling, but you're not crippling your own economy. Whereas in this case, turtling up here, yeah, okay, you get the high ground advantage, and the tanks are covered. But biggest problem is at the moment, especially against the Zerg, I had an extra guy. Yeah, who, I mean, I'm a bit of a slow spreading Zerg at times, but realistically, with Zerg you need to be a couple of bases ahead, and this guy's basically just giving me the map, which you certainly don't want to do to a Zerg. Because, I mean, at the moment he can outproduce me. Look, I mean, he can produce more guys than I can. I mean, I've got 3 bases now, so, yeah, 3 bases, 1 barracks, you know, I can just about keep up. But as soon as I start getting more and more hatches, that's when Zerg can suddenly start producing the same amount as you can. And you don't really want that. You want to keep the Zerg pinned. There we go, I'm also going for my Spire. My little flock. Is it a flock or a herd, do you reckon? Herd of overlords? Flock of overlords? Whatever. The level here hiding towards the back. Okay, so see his tanks. Move in my 000 speedlings. But at least they can move quick. He's got one attack on the way. But I did manage to do a bit of damage to these as well. Spots my creep tumor. Killed it. I've got more links on the way. I thought this might just be an infantry poke. But actually I knew it wasn't, but there we go. Yeah, set fire to his own men. Good, I like that. Now at the back here, we're making banelings. He's clearing my creep. Which is not the worst idea. I probably could have just left that and it probably would have finished, but I didn't want to take the risk. Okay, I just needed to push them a little bit. There we go. Now send my lings over there. Banelings down here. And that's that entire little task force dead. He can come back. Rebuild here. Now he's starting to expand. He's starting to build now. Let's have a look. He's almost mined that one out. Almost mined that one out. He's almost halfway through these minerals and he's deciding, you know what? I've heard this expanding might be a good idea. Yeah. Way too late, man. I've got another queen up, so that's 5 queens I'm on now. No, 4 queens. 1, 2, yeah, 4 queens. But I can re-establish my creep. Because this queen has no hatchery at the minute. I could be double infusing, but I don't really want to. Got an infestation pit on the way. I'm basically going Ling, Bane, Muda at the moment. It's an old tactic, but against Bio it still really, really works. I mean, yeah, Marine Tank, it still works really well against if used correctly. Yeah, that's all he's building at the moment is Marines and Tanks. He's got no medevac support, which really won't help him. I mean, Terrence, if you're watching this, medevacs. You need them. Marines are not going to survive long against Ling Bay Muda without support, without medevacs. This is a good idea. They're spreading his tanks out. Good plan. I'll come straight up the middle and then switch onto that tank. Eat that. Eat the Marines in the middle. And then onto the last tank who now can't shoot. So that's his little tank wave. That leaves him with 1 tank, 6 Marines, and you have 4 of them pushing across the map. There you go. So he's now lifting off his brand new command centre. Got 16 out of 10 on here, so he's really mining out that. I mean, I'm not in much of a better position up here, but I'm expanding here. I've got this base completely fresh. So, you know, I'm on 4 bases. He's about to move on to his 2nd. I'm establishing my 4th. He's about to move into his 2nd. I mean, I've been up for a while go for this one. Rather than the pocket expansion here. That's not really a pocket, is it? You know what I mean. Rather than the really easy, safe, secure one. It's because if I get pushed back from here, I've still got this. I like to try and take this a bit later, purely because then I can use it as a holdback. Because if he's coming this way, if he's using land forces, he's got to come through here. So I can kind of use this to my advantage. I like to hold this one back in reserve, but this time I decided to just go for it. What the hell? I figured I've got, at the moment, with what I've seen from him, I figured I've got the advantage here. Okay, and what upgrades have we got at the moment? Okay, so I've got none because I still... There we go, I've just built my doorway. There we go, so I'm working on 1-1. He's got 1-1. I've got speed and speed. Got nothing for these. Oh, no, again, working on that. He's working on 2 and 1 for his vehicles. 1 turret, scares me away. He's building a 2nd Rax. Here we go, charge him, bang. Nice shot. Nice shot with a mine. Kill that tank for me, well done. Now I'm just going to shoot that and run away. That is the problem with Widow Mines against Zerglings. It's not the best of things. I just charged in. Alright, I ate the shot, but I'm now producing 30 more links. When you look at the income graph, I can afford the losses. Doesn't matter at this point. My income... Oop, wrong one. Not bad. My income is so far ahead of his at the moment that... I don't know what these guys are up to. Oh, he's dead. Nothing. I got one of them over here. No. Oh, well. But yeah, I mean, I'm so far ahead that at this point, when it comes to just economy, that, you know, I can afford the losses. He's going for one base Thor. I think he's been scared into Thor just by seeing him out at a few Mutalisks. What have I got in production? I'm going for Adrenal Glands. I remembered to get it this time. Be proud of me. I've also got my Ultra Kevin coming up. Working on 2-2. Crap ton of Lings. Little army. Yep. Always do that. That's what I meant to first. There you go. So, yeah. Army supply. Mine's massive compared to his. My worker supply. There you go. Banelings. Banelings on the way. 21 of them. Because I know what I'm up against. Now, Thors can be quite easy to overcome, really. You just need lots and lots and lots of links to run around them. And here they come. Let's go here. Combat shield. Finally got combat. Has he got stim? He hasn't got stim. Oh, man. I kind of feel quite bad now. Stim is sort of the thing to get for Terrans. It's more important than having your 1-1. My opinion is having stim and combat shields. I much prefer stim and combat shields than 1-1. I get them before I go for 1-1. There they are. Combat shields. Really useful. Did you get in stim? Nope, still no stim. Just press T. Just press T. I'm working on 2-2 and chitinous plating for my ultras. And I've got a couple of them on the way. I like ultras. But he's so far behind on his income, it's not even funny. He's got 5 out of 8 down here because he's transferred a lot of them across. But you look, over 1,000 ahead. That, you should never let yourself get into that position. Once you're in that position, it's very hard to come back from. One little marine off scouting. What's he told him to do? Is he actually microing him, or has he told him to move somewhere? Oh, he's told him to move there. Okay. So he's told him to take the tower. And then he has a look just as I start morphing more banelings. If I was random swarm host, which I can't believe I built, but actually comes in really useful. If this was my entire army and I was looking at a Zerg army like that, I mean, not knowing what their position is, but here we go, it's just getting stim now. I've got 2-1. Here we go, yeah. Changeling. Hi guys. Hi guys. Bye guys. Yeah. But yeah, I'd be looking at this and I would not be happy, especially spotting these big guys at the back. I would be... concerned isn't quite the word. I would be very, very worried. And I'm only 7 short of maxing out. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Here we go. Trying to set that off. But it didn't work, so I just think, what the hell. Munch it. Back up, starting on 3-3 now as well. Remember that is a thing. Here come the last of my ultras. We're just going to hack that down. Oh! One of my ultras goes down. The last of my flyers goes down. So now, at the moment, I'm not in the best of the positions. But I do have reinforcement streaming across the map. And this guy In siege mode, just eyeballing, seeing what we can see. Not going to let that land. What I'm doing with him. Not microing him is what I'm doing. I'm just F2A clicked at this point because, yeah, I'm not the best player in the world. So F2A click, yeah. That is going to die. And there we go. Yep. Okay, so in production. He's going for 3 and concussive shell at last. I'm getting my greatest buyer and I'm getting 6 corruptors. What do you think they are for? I wonder. Shh. So he's going to push out with a little army here. I'm about to get nuked. Not that worried. I'll pull back for now. That's actually in a really good spot because I can't get at it without being bombarded by these yet. These things really are ugly. But yeah, so this guy, stopping his turn from expanding, he's managed to mine a little bit out of here, but not that much really. Not when you look around the rest of the map and see the absolute freaking mess I've made of it. At the moment I'm only on 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm on 5 bases, he's on 1. Okay, here goes the rest of my troops, just sort of nom 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 nom. Right, let me just bunch everything back up together again. There's the first one. We've got one on the way. There he is. Our Broody Lord. Loss of Lings. Yep, he lands because he's all out of minerals in there. And that is actually his prime command center. Set that up there because it can't land. He knows it can't. Swing the Brood Lords out. Brood Lords, and he quits because, well, no GG, but yeah. This guy took turtling to a whole new level. He really did. This is ridiculous. You can't, especially on this map, which gives you 2 perfect expansion opportunities. If you're going to turtle, especially as Terran, turtle here. I mean, you can cover the back here quite happily between these rocks here and all the way up there. Put your line of cannons down, put a couple of turrets in, and bunkers. Turret the fuck out of all of this. And there's nothing that your opponent can do. You're on 3 bases straight away. You can take them at your leisure. To turtle here. He expected that first tank push to kill me because he didn't think I could respond. But it wasn't big enough. The amount of lings I could produce because of the micro hatch not being, to begin with, it wasn't put into my hotkey to begin with. That's why I managed to produce so many lings. I had loads of lava left over. If I didn't have had, I possibly would have lost that. But there was no way he was going to break through that. He tried twice with 2 small pushes and that was it. By the end of it, I had so much money banked over. You know, in production I've got more Brood Lords coming. I've got, if you have a look at my structures here. I had, let's have a look. 3 there. 3 there because I've been missing my inject cycles, but yeah, wouldn't have taken me long to reload. An inject cycle, reload, I could have pulled back. What was he doing? No hotkeys at all, I don't think. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there. But what's he doing? You know, he can see this is here. He doesn't try and kill it. But he took... Alright, enough. He took turtling to a whole new level. This was... I hate to say it, it was stupid. If he'd have built his wall, his primary wall along here... I mean, I never came knocking, so if he'd have built his primary wall along here, it would have taken him a little bit longer, but not too much. And then he's got 1, 2, 3 bases, and if you build right along here, I'm not coming through. It's going to take a while, because I'm going to have to build up enough banelings to do a full-on bust. Which admittedly by the end I did have, but it's going to take a little while to get through, especially with tanks, turrets, bunkers. It's hard, especially if you back it up with SCVs. And the other thing he didn't do, no starport ever, no medevacs ever. I mean, like I said, I played a bit of Terran now, and that's basic. I mean, you know, supply depot maxed out 110. Alright, and again, I know I'm Zerg. I know Zerg, you know, you're supposed to move quick ahead with supply, but by 17 minutes into the game, still only having 103 supply. I mean, I haven't eaten any of his supply depots. You know, I haven't. Let's have a look. Structures. Units kill control R. Let's have a look. No, that's not it. Units lost. No. There used to be a structures raised tab. I swear there was. Oh, structures. But still, you know, just doesn't have enough supply. Doesn't have a big enough army. Doesn't have enough production. 3 production facilities. 2 barracks. 1 factory. That's it. This guy never got off the floor. I don't know what level he is, but his upgrades, he kept on top of them, but other than that, he did nothing. And getting stimmed that late, come on. That's like getting link speed that late. You need that. You know, it's a basic upgrade. It really is. I mean, yeah, he took turtling to the extreme and failed miserably. I mean, look, there's pretty much his. Is this guy still out here? Hello? Yeah, he is still there, hiding in the bushes. There he is. See? Little marine. Probably my sensible one, because the rest of his mates were about to get steamrolled. I mean, by this point, by the end of the map, with the Brood Lords in, these tanks were dead, these were dead. It was just a matter of time, and he knew it, so he tapped out, but I don't understand. And the other thing, option, obviously, of course, with Terran, is you could put a command center here, turn it into a planetary. You know, Terran is probably the easiest, I mean, say Protoss now with the shield battery and what have you, but obviously Terran is still one of the easiest to build a defensive setup with. Zerg is probably the hardest because you're not supposed to defend, you're supposed to go forward. That's what Zerg units are all about. But yeah, just sitting here, this wasn't going to work. This guy, he took turtling too far, he really did. And I don't, he had a couple of little patches left, so he could have stayed there, but mined out all the gas as well, so he went for gas very early. I mean, I've just not long used mine up. You know, I don't just replace 3 in there, so yeah, he just took it too far. And I understand the principle of the turtle, but this one was just ridiculous. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. Again, hopefully it won't be as long again before I put another one up. Yeah, so for the minute, thanks for your time. I've been Cappadocia, signing off.